Hey everyone, welcome back to LG Mindset podcast. In today's episode, it's all about building self-discipline as a teenager. Developing self-discipline is one of the most powerful skills you can master early in life. It's the foundation of personal growth, and when combined with learning about money, it becomes an unstoppable force. Whether you're dreaming of financial freedom, starting a business, or just reaching your goals, self-discipline will get you there. And starting now while you're young gives you a massive advantage. Let's dive into why self-discipline is the key to unlocking success and how you can build it into your everyday life. So first, let's get clear on what self-discipline actually is. Self-discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's the difference between hitting the snooze button and getting up to go after your goals. Unlike motivation, which comes and goes based on how we feel, self-discipline is about sticking to something even when the initial excitement fades. Basically, self-discipline will learn you how to always have the same routine. For example, doing sport every day, or for example, learning something every day. This has been a huge part of my life. So basically learning something completely new every single day, or for example also reading. And basically, unlike motivation, which basically comes and goes and also is based how we feel. So for example, if I feel a bit sad, I won't necessarily read or let's say do a workout, etc. And when you have self-discipline, even when you don't feel like it, you will do it. And that is self-discipline. And that is why it is very important to basically learn it. So for example, think of Elon Musk. He didn't build Tesla or SpaceX because he felt motivated every single day. He had the discipline to keep working on his vision despite setbacks. And it's this self-discipline that allowed him to turn his dreams into reality. That's what we're aiming for here, a steady, long-term commitment to what matters. Building self-discipline now as a teenager opens doors in every area of your life. It helps in school because you're able to focus on studying even when it's very tough. Or in relationships, it teaches you patience and understanding, and also in sports or hobbies. It gives you the strength to push past obstacles. And it is the same thing with, for example, learning about trading, investment, financial market, every single thing. It's the same thing. It basically helps you to push past the obstacles. And if you're thinking about starting a business or side hustle, self-discipline is what keeps you working on it, even when it's just you and no one else is clapping. Think about Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. When he was young, he was laser focused on his vision, and he never gave up, even when Apple initially struggled. His self-discipline led him to push through the tough times and come back stronger. And starting now, you can develop that same level of commitment and focus. A huge part of self-discipline is forming habits that help you grow. It's not about making massive changes overnight. It's about small actions that add up over time. If you can pick a few simple things and make them part of your daily routine. Maybe it's setting aside 15 minutes each day to learn about investing, or read a personal development book, or even do a quick workout. These small actions can make a big impact when they become habits. And I also read a book, and it's one of my favorites about personal development. It's Atomic Habits. I talked a lot about this. It's basically a New York Times bestseller. It's about tiny changes in remarkable results, and it's interesting. It's packed with evidence based on self-improvement strategies. And also, it will teach you how to design habits that work for you rather than against you. And this book is made literally for everyone. And it's not just a book that works for a special person, let's say, or a special character. It's really for everyone. I read this last year or like 2 years ago. When I say to you, this book has changed my life. I do a lot more things. I am a lot more confident in doing those things, etc. And it really helped me a lot. Let's take now an example about Dwayne The Rock. You know who it is, Dwayne Johnson. He talks a lot about his morning routine. He wakes up early and exercises daily because he's built a habit that supports his goals. The takeaway: if you start small and stay consistent, these habits will make your life easier and prepare you for the big achievements. Setting goals gives you something to work toward, but staying disciplined is what makes those goals a reality. Start by writing down what you want. Maybe it's saving a certain amount of money, achieving a specific goal, or starting a side project. Break down that big goal into smaller steps, like studying a certain number of hours each week, or saving a small amount from each allowance or paycheck, or also working on this business, for example. So, take Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. When he started, he knew he wanted to build an online bookstore, but he didn't go all in from day one, of course. He set smaller milestones, gradually expanding the business. This goal-setting approach is something you can do too, which self-discipline. Each step brings you closer to the bigger picture. For example, I talked a lot about this. I want to become a millionaire by the age of 21. Now, I want you to think about all the little steps you need to make. So, for example, about being a millionaire by the age of 21, for me it will be, I want to build an online business about clothes, etc. I also want to build LG Mindset, and I want it to be basically a personal development site, let's say. I want also to sell courses for a good price for also teenagers and really sell all the basics for free. I also want my podcast to expand. I also, by the age of 18, need to build my business plan because I want to be ready. And then also by the age of 18, I need to also learn trading. And then by all these little steps, you will become a millionaire by the age of 21. That's it. That's so easy to do. And you really need to think about it. So take please 15 minutes to really think about it and think about your big goal and all the little steps you need to do to achieve it. Financial literacy is a skill that takes self-discipline to master. And the earlier you start, the better. Learning how to manage money is powerful. It can mean saving rather than spending on things you don't need, setting a budget, or even starting an investment account. For example, Warren Buffett started investing at the age of 11 and learned early about the power of saving and growing his money. He had the self-discipline to invest rather than splurge on things. You don't have to go all in like Buffett did, but starting with little steps like understanding where your money goes and how to make it work for you sets you up for a solid financial future. And that's something I had always in my mind since the age of 13, 14, when I was learning about the world of money, the world of business. I learned about investing. And investing, you can invest your money in so many things. You have, for example, obligations. You have also the financial market. So, for example, you can also sell like actions, etc. It's so interesting, the business world, but also the investing world. And it sounds so complicated or risky, but it is not. When you really understand the financial market, you have a strategy, trust me, you can make really good money. And something I learned is that you don't work for money, money works for you. And that's something I had always in my mind, and I will always keep it. Of course, staying disciplined isn't always easy. There will be days when you don't feel like following through. But remember that self-discipline isn't about being perfect. It's about consistency. When things get through, think about why you started. It's okay to feel challenged. Just don't let that stop you from reaching your goals. Even celebrities like Oprah Winfrey have faced setbacks. She was told she wasn't cut out for television, but she pushed through the criticism with discipline and resilience. Remind yourself that it's okay to have rough days. It happens to everyone. But what matters is picking yourself back up and continuing forward, because every single one of you will have rough days, and that's completely normal. That's just life, okay? But what I want to put in your mind is that stay disciplined. Learn this. Discipline isn't your enemy. Discipline is something that will lead you to success. And I think if you are listening to my episode, it's because you want to reach success, and also at a young age. So put in your mind that rough days just last a few days. Success, if you want really to achieve success, you will need to work harder than this. So if there's one thing to take away, it's that self-discipline is the tool that can turn your dreams into reality. It's what it will help you to reach your goals, keep learning, and keep improving. Self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger it gets. Start with small steps and stay consistent. And remember that each bit of effort you put in now is shaping your future. Thank you for tuning in, starting building that mindset today, and let's see where your self-discipline can take you. See you next time on LG Mindset. Bye!